Today on the program, we go to Mrs. New Jersey, United States 2017, Jeannette Josue. Now, she's been on the program once before with a different title, and now she's back to tell us all about. This was shot just seconds, well, a couple of days after coming back from the Mrs. United States National Pageant. You're not going to want to miss a second, and if you did when we did it live, this is your opportunity because it's tonight on the PageantCast.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
Hi, I'm Skylar Whitty, Miss Wisconsin USA 2017, and you are watching the PageantCast, the internet's first podcast about beauty pageants. Let's welcome your host, Tim Kretschmann.
You're watching the PageantCast. So glad that you could join us tonight. We have a very special guest. This is probably the quickest that we've had somebody on the show after a national pageant. This is so exciting. We have Jeannette Josue. She's Mrs. New Jersey, United States 2017. She's on the other side of the Skype line. Let's go to the other side of the country. There she is. Hello, Jeannette. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Tim. Nice to see you again.
It is. It's wonderful to see you again. And what a fantastic week you're having. And you're actually still traveling as we speak here because you just came out of your pageant. What was it, on Saturday?
It just ended on Saturday. It started on July 2nd and all the way down to July 8th. I spent a couple of days with fabulous women, all state title holders for the Mrs. United States pageant, and it was in Orlando. I'm making my way up with my husband. We're actually on a road trip. Right now I'm actually talking to you in historic Savannah.
Fantastic. That is so cool. So, and I love the South, but I can't get down there too often. And when I do, because I'm from Wisconsin, and there's actually a line and I start to melt. That's just something that happens to people that aren't used to it being warm and humid and that sort of thing. Though, frankly, the last couple of days around here, we've had that issue as well. So let's catch up. Let's talk a little bit about, for folks that haven't seen our previous interview, why don't we talk a little bit about your pageantcedents? And as you remember, pageantcedents are your past pageant experiences. So, Jeannette, where are some of the past pageants you've been involved in before going on to this title?
Well, Tim, where would you like me to start? First off, I guess my pageant experience started when I was Miss Teen New Jersey. And ever since then, I just love the whole world of pageantry. When I won Miss Teen New Jersey, it gave me a great ticket to where I'm so proud to say I am a graduate to New York University. So because of the teen pageant, I won a scholarship and I graduated within 3 years, which helped me launch a restaurant in New York City, and it also helped launch my career as a news reporter, which I am today. So that started Miss Teen New Jersey. I was also very proud to say I am the former Miss New Jersey USA in 2001. And when I met you, I was National Ms. 2014, and here I am today, the reigning Mrs. New Jersey United States.
That's fantastic, and we're so glad to have you back on the show. Now, you said something about your news reporting. Where can we catch you if we want to see your news reporting?
Sure. I've been a news reporter for Hudson County View, which is really based out in New Jersey. You can find it on hudsoncountyview.com. And I really just cover community, political, and any municipal developments within my county of Jersey City, Hoboken, and Bayonne. It's a great job. It's always been a dream of mine ever since I was a little girl. I think I've told you this story before. And I was always an aspiring news reporter. A first generation, of course, I had a little bit of a speech impediment, but I overcame it through education, which is why I have a platform called the All Stars. However, I worked very hard to get where I am, and I'm very proud to be a news reporter today.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your platform, the All Stars Project. What is that all about?
The All Stars Project is a 30-year-old nonprofit organization that really champions the concept of after-school development, especially for disadvantaged kids. They really have a concept of learning by doing, and I am fortunate enough to be part of the first inaugural graduation in Jersey City of 16 students, and I believe that after-school development is a great way to really focus on nationwide issues. For example, gun violence and the opioid and drug crisis that's sweeping our nation, as well as the unemployment rate that may be low right now, but according to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, majority of the children that actually graduate are 40% less ready for college and for college math and English. So I think that after school development is really important in order to make sure that our children become the future leaders that they can be.
That's fantastic. And we appreciate all the work that you do in that. Now, we are catching you at a really unique time because you just for the past week have been living in Pagellania, out there or I should say, Pageant-Lordia, or Florida. How do we put Florida and Pageant together? Competing.
Orlando.
Yeah. Pagellando. I like that. It sounds like somewhere Billy D. Williams would come from, just because of Lando. That's the only reason. Anyway, you've been competing for Mrs. United States. So I have to ask you, because it's kind of news that now Mrs. United States finally is together with Ms. United States, Miss United States, and the teen, and I think there's a couple others as well. So with all those pageants going on, was it chaotic or was it well organized? What was it like, Mrs. United States this year?
I gotta tell you, Tim, the Mrs. United States organization was one of the best Mrs. pageants I've ever encountered, and just the United States system itself is so impressive. There was not one hiccup, and the women that I was fortunate enough to compete with were all so gracious, were all so inspiring, and they're so accomplished. So being in a group of women who are just 100% ready to do their best at a national competition really made me feel like I got to bring my A game as well, and it kept me on my toes. But they also inspired me. They taught me about their platforms, and I talked to them about the All-Stars. And right now we're still very much connected on our United States Class of 2017 chat on Facebook, and we talk about how we're going to get together and help each other kind of talk about and promote our platforms. So it's been such an amazing experience, and I wish I could do it again.
Now you're far too modest to tell us about this, so we're going to force it out of you by going into our next segment, Show and Tell. You have a wonderful show and tell item with you, Jeannette. Could you show us what you brought along with you today?
Sure. Well, this is right now my pride and joy. This is the third runner-up trophy that I received at the national pageant. And I just got to say, can you see it? Yep,
now we see it wonderfully. And it's made of glass, so we can still see your face, even though... or acrylic, I'm sure. Yeah.
So proud of this. And again, it's because I was really competing against an amazing caliber of women. And then all that hard work, I was only crowned in, I believe it was just about 6 weeks before the national pageant. So there was a lot of work that came into it. And it's also making sure that I was doing my job as a state title holder, but also preparing for the nationals. Therefore, I just am so proud that I made it this far, and I have to give a special thank you to Salon, who is my director, Salon Booth Grooms, and also Andrea Graham, the two directors, the first time that they ever did the New Jersey pageant and also the Pennsylvania pageant. But they really did everything they can to make sure that I was fully prepared. My sister queen, Sherry Jenkins, also Mrs. Pennsylvania, United States, her and I made sure that we support each other throughout the national pageant. And when I say this trophy is a great kind of symbolism of hard work and camaraderie and sisterhood, well, I'm telling you the truth, and I'm so proud and fortunate to have this trophy.
Well, Salon actually is in our chat room right now, I have to tell you. Let's jump to the chat room. Anybody that's in there right now, put in your chat questions, because we're going to jump there right about now. There we go. And if you take a look, Salon has sent so proud of our Mrs. New Jersey United States. So that's out there right now. And we're hoping we get a few more little notes as time goes on here as well. Now, one of the things we want to bring up, since we're talking about Salon, is the website for the pageant. It's Mrs. NJPA UnitedStates.com, and that's because it's New Jersey and Pennsylvania, correct? I got that right?
That is correct, Tim. And I have to say, PageantCast is a great source for all pageant girls, and I got to tell you, if you're looking for a state pageant, either in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, and I'm so sad to be promoting this because I don't want my reign to end, but our state directors, Andrea and Salon, are really, really amazing. They've taken a state pageant to the next level, really celebrating what it means to be a modern day, accomplished, empowering married woman. And if you really want a great experience, the Mrs. New Jersey and Pennsylvania United States pageant is an amazing, amazing event to join and compete in.
That is fantastic news, and it's great always to see a title holder that is fully behind their pageant system, and I've heard nothing but good things about your director as well. So it's great that you have that type of participation. Tell me a little bit about the competition out there at United States. What was your favorite part of the competition? I mean, was there a particular event during the pageant week? Was it one of the actual phases of competition? What was your favorite item as the week went on?
I would say, and my directors are watching right now, yes. I would definitely have to say the interview. And I would say the interview because I work so hard. I'm a news reporter, so I have a tendency to blah, 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 and talk. So they make sure that I got to the point and answered it specifically, answered the question. And I really worked hard with them, and I worked with them to make sure that I did not lose my sense of self as when I did answer the questions. And they trained me, and they worked side by side with me. And when I went through that interview phase of the competition, I felt like I really made them proud. So I would say all that hard work, all that training, all that practicing of interview with my directors, I did it. And I'm really happy about that phase of competition. Plus, it's also a great way to make sure that the judges know that you're not just a lady that walks around with a sparkly crown, but you really represent your title. It gave me an opportunity to tell them about my platform, which is the All-Stars, and the work that I've been doing and the plan of action that I have during my reign. Not only just volunteering, but also a great way to promote it, advocate for it, and also fundraise for the All-Stars. So, I mean, that phase of competition really is the only time that you could really set yourself apart from every other contender out there.
That's fantastic. Now, quickly tell me, people that are on the fence, that are watching this video and thinking, should I compete at Mrs. New Jersey United States or Mrs. Pennsylvania United States, what would you tell them directly about your reign and the whole pageant experience?
You know, it's hard because pageantry it's for everyone, but it's also for someone who does not want to take their responsibilities lightly. You have to be 100% dedicated. So if you believe in yourself, you know you could do a job where you represent an organization and also can help a platform of some sort, a charity of your choice. If you really have that in you, and if you really can do it wholeheartedly, I'd say do it, because you learn so much about yourself. It's something that you learn not just by reading or actually practicing or talking to your friends. It's something that you learn because you're dedicated and you discover so many things about yourself. And if everybody could be a pageant girl, I say do it. Pageantry is amazing. I'm a pageant girl and I love it.
That's absolutely fantastic. Well, we're already, it goes fast, doesn't it? We're already nearing the end of the interview. So I want to ask, are there any last items that you would want the viewers and listeners of the pageant, because this is a little known, well, it's not a secret, but we actually have more people that just listen to the show than actually watch the show. After years of everybody saying, why are you doing an audio show? I start a video show and then everybody listens. But what are some last things that you would like to say to the viewers and listeners of the PageantCast?
I would say if you are a title holder, you have to make sure that you are dedicated to your title, meaning keep your head up and always stay focused to your advocacy of a certain platform. Always believe in yourself. And there's going to be times when you have to climb through obstacles, but it's part of the whole process about learning yourself and becoming a better person. So if you're out there considering whether or not you should join a pageant, or if you should join a certain particular pageant, just know that there's always a crown inside of you somewhere. All you gotta do is just kind of believe in yourself, and all of a sudden the magical crown will appear.
That's right. It is magical, isn't it? It's absolutely magical. Well,
there's a beauty queen in everyone.
There certainly is. We have gotten to the part of the show that I love so much, and that would be to see your best pageant wave. So we need to see your best pageant wave. And it's tough because you don't have a whole lot of room, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have you picture yourself on the back of one of those convertibles in a parade, and remember to work both sides of the crowd, and let's see your best pageant wave. There it is. Fantastic. That's a pretty classic one. Oh, I love that. I love that. Great move. Great move. Fantastic. What a great time we had talking to you again, Jeannette. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And we can't wait to share this show even more once we're done with the live program. So thanks so much, Jeannette. And safe travels to you as you continue to travel.
Thank you, Tim. And just one last thing.
Sure.
The national pageant, I had so many supporters, but I just really wanted to, give my thank you to my family, and especially Kelly and Coretta, who has been my pageant sisters and always kind of egged me on and pushed me through every single event. So thank you so much, and I love you all.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Jeannette. It's been an absolute delight to have you on the program. So until next time, let's say it together. Tiara Dreams. Tiara Dreams, everybody.
Tiara Dreams, everyone. Mwah. See you soon.